going back in, everybody. I received a text from Luke who said, you desperately need to check the 18th century pool because I think you've watched a video a couple of weeks ago and Luke was checking it, but it's getting worse and worse. And so he wants me to go in to see if I can just find any type of cracks along the walls here, because of course Luke doesn't go in. And also I want to check the floating plant islands and check the roots that are, you know, obviously getting all their nutrients from the water and see how long they are, because we still have tons of blanket weed here. I mean, this is literally like a green swampy soup. We definitely are going to have to drain the pool, and we will then have to clean it. And then we're gonna have to look for more of the cracks and see how severe they are. And if they're severe, we have to look at another plan of action, because clearly repairing the cracks every other year is not sustainable. So Luke has sort of floated the idea of possibly getting like a liner in. I don't know, it will still stay a natural pool, but we have a lot of thinking to do. So if you guys have some comments down below, do let me know. I think some of you have like mentioned things like get like algae eating fish or something like that. I don't know. I'm not sure I necessarily, because I swim in here, I don't know if I necessarily really want to necessarily swim with algae eating fish. It is still cold. So if you think that the British summer weather has warmed up this pool, you are incorrect. It is, I gotta breathe through it. Woo! It is cold. Okay. Ugh. I've touched the bottom. I just gotta breathe, and it's green and gunky under here. Like green and gunky. Okay, the best thing to do is just get my arms in it. Okay. Okay, just getting used to it. Okay, so what I'm feeling underneath is a lot of blanket weed. And just, I have no idea what's touching my feet right now, but I'm fine with it. So what I wanna do is I wanna look just below this blanket weed here. Ooh, it's getting a bit deeper. And just to see if I can find any cracks and pull away where the blanket weed is connecting, is really attaching itself to the wall. I mean, and even looking at how these islands are, I mean, hopefully they're not causing the cracks. But if I pull under here, let me just go over here. There's lots of bees. Knowing my luck, I'll get stung by a bee. I mean, they love bees. That's the nice thing, is they love bee islands here. There's so much invertebrate here. So if I get a good, probably can't see that. There's gonna be better ones. There's a bit, so these are the roots. I've just pulled a bit off, but these are the roots underneath. Those roots were only going down, I'd say like a foot, so 12 inches. But let's see if I can find some longer ones. So I'd actually prefer these roots to go longer. Wow, I'm just in a bunch of blanket weed right now. I'm just gonna show you. This is basically, literally covered in my foot, okay? This is what I'm walking on. Do you see that? Can you see that? That is what I'm walking through. Okay, all right, so let's look at the other foot. Okay, the other foot, yeah, it's the same thing. So I'm walking through, I mean, this is a problem. We cannot have this in the pool. Plus we have like brides who get married here. You know, you wouldn't necessarily want, I'm just gonna check these. So interestingly enough, these roots aren't as long as I thought they would be. That could be problem number one, because I thought that they would be quite big, and they're not. Okay, okay, it's getting worse over here. I think what's happened is that it's all gone to the bottom, because I am walking, I mean, have you ever seen anything like that? It's quite pretty, actually. This is what I'm walking through. Like, up to, it's ankle, I'm literally ankle deep right now. Ankle deep. Let's just look at this. Ankle deep, but you can, oh God, now I'm knee deep. Okay, literally, okay. You see that? I'm knee deep now, walking through the blanket weed. I mean, I suspect this probably has some, oh my God, look it. What is this? Look at that, tell me, Chris, what is that? Is that a little It looks like it's a bit, okay, it must be, is it a tadpole? It's a tadpole. Look, I think it's a tadpole. It's alive, so I'm gonna just put it back in so it can live. Okay, let's walk over to the next ones. Oh God. What I will tell Luke is that this pool is filled with blanket weed, like everywhere, like knee deep in some areas. Like coming into here, now it's gonna be waist deep. Okay, let's just check the roots here. Let's just divide and conquer. Okay, so this is my worry. Oh my God, there's a cute little frog. Look at right here. Oh, there it goes. Oh, see, there's like wildlife that live in these floating plant islands, which does make me happy. Oh my God, there's so much wildlife. There is a little tadpole there. So, or no, like a little frog, sorry. There's a little frog. There's like oh my God, they're everywhere. Okay, well that's nice to see that they're having a good time on their little islands here. There's a ton. Okay, so I'm coming up to here. It's literally knee deep. I mean, this is coming up everywhere in my body right now. It's getting a bit itchy, everybody. So again, the roots are not, I don't think that they're long enough. That's me pulling them out, but I feel before, you can probably just see it here. When I would go underneath, they would be much longer, and they're not. So I've got to work out to tether this back. That's together. Let's see. Okay. 1 second. Hold on. Oh, well, that's not good. Like breaking my water plant islands here. Here we go. Let's take that. Okay. Ugh. Okay. All right, 1 second. Right. What I'd like to do, sorry, is just give that, it's a bit itchy right now, a bit itchy, is kind of get that one away from that one. Ooh. Okay, this one's enormous. This one, okay, there is a lot of animal life here. Dragonflies, all of that. Is that tethered? I'm just gonna pull that one around. Okay. Okay. Right. Okay. I think there's like bugs on my face right now. Possibly. There's a lot of stuff on my body. Okay. Like on my face. This one is supposed to go over there. So I'm just going to bring it over here. And right. I mean, my legs are covered in blanket weed right now, Chris. Covered. It's a green swampy mess. Right. This one's supposed to be tethered here and it came off. So I'm just going to put it back just so it looks a little bit better. Look at all these dragonflies. Okay, it'll float away later. Well, at least I was able to move that. What's that? Check the roots, which I don't think are growing very well. I don't think that they're helping out. I can't even pull them. I don't think they're helping out. There you can see them. Do you see? I don't think they're helping out as much as we thought that they would. Maybe we have to get different type of aquatic plants, possibly. All right, as far as leaks, I just think, with the water level, and the blanket weed, this is, we need to drain the pool. Okay, I'm not gonna find a leak this way. When I'm stepping, I can see where the ground beneath me is raised. See, right now, I'm walking up that's where the leak was, because that's where we put that level over there. So I'm just feeling with my feet, because when I step up, if you watch that video, we put something over it. I don't know, it was some special material. I don't think, it certainly wasn't cement, it was some mixture. And I'm feeling with my feet, possibly right there, possibly in my foot. I have definitely found a crack here with my foot. I have 100%, everybody, found a big crack here. Let's remember this. I'll just remember where it's where that plant island is. There is a crack. I'm feeling it with my foot, and you can't see it underwater, but you need to trust me on this, because this is where, let me just feel this whole thing's raised. So you can see the difference, everybody, here. And when I go down, this is the floor of the pool. There weren't any cracks here. When I go up, that's where we had fixed it beforehand. And now I'm feeling it with my feet. I mean, I'm not gonna go underneath here, but I found a big crack. I will tell Luke. I shall report back. Good call, Chris, on that. Yeah, it's a crack, big crack. Okay, so then I'm going down. So obviously, I'm being really careful here. Okay, so it's deep down here. Okay, I'm just trying there. Okay. Okay, this I'm going up here. We've obviously tried to fix a leak here. There would have been a crack here. That's why it's raised. Yep. Oh my gosh. I can actually feel with my foot, like, I wish I could dive down. It's like it's cracked here. I wonder if I can get that piece. So this is cracked on this side. So where we made the fixes, there's a massive crack here. Massive. Wait, it's just big crack, big crack, big crack. Hold on. I got it. This has just come away. There, okay. There we go. That has come away. That is not good. That was part of the repair that we made. So this was evidence for Luke to show him. It's all cracking underneath there. All the repairs are cracking. That's it? Okay. Okay. Yeah, okay. Alrighty. Let's just, Okay, in between the toes. There we go. This is a tiny fraction of what I was just in. Tiny fraction. This could be the worst it's ever been. Okay, I need to immediately go and shower because I have green slime all over me.
Here we are up at Mapperton Wildlands, up at Coltley, and today I have the pleasure of Jody's company. Jody, you haven't been on Mapperton Live before, have you?
I don't think so, unless I've been secretly filmed.
You might have been secretly filmed, well, in the background.
Yeah.
Jody started working at Mapperton as a volunteer, what, about 2 years ago?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah? And since then has become an absolutely indispensable member of the team here, because she also now oversees the holiday cottages, making sure all the bookings run smoothly, and also leads guided tours here at the Wildlands called Ranger Rambles. And so I wanted just to walk and have a chat with Jody about all of that.
What's going on?
What's going on? What is going on?
Well, we're just out on Coatley at the minute, which is this is where the ramble takes place.
Do you start your ramble down there? Or
we do, yeah. We come through here,
Yeah.
and it's kind of like a good place to start because, yeah, you can get a good view of it here.
What do you say to people when you kick off up
When
here?
we kick off, well, this is quite a good bit to enter into because you can kind of see the sort of what we've got here is a lot of thistle and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's good to compare with some of the other parts of the project. This
Yeah.
would have been farmed traditionally.
That's
because it's flat, it's easy to farm on here. But
Flat-ish.
Flat-ish.
Flat is relative, isn't
as
it?
flat as it gets around here. Yeah.
Yeah.
But when we sort of go down further into the Ramble, you can see the plant community is changing, and yeah, it's just it's a really good sort of place to start and see what it was and where it could go to as well, because obviously this is very early days, this project.
And we're hoping, obviously, that these areas that have been more agricultural
Yeah.
will become richer in their species. And in
Exactly.
fact, we can see some rootling
The
here,
pigs,
can't we?
yeah.
The pigs have been. Now, I feel like a bit of a fraud when I lead tours at Mapperton, because what do I really know about ecology? It's not
Yeah.
something I ever studied.
No.
You did a degree in
I did.
conservation biology.
Yeah, I did.
What did you learn in that?
Yeah, a bit of everything really.
Yeah.
It was great. So yeah, we did like biodiversity. So yeah, a lot of focus on reintroductions actually. Wasn't really when I was doing my degree, rewilding wasn't really sort of the term that was thrown around.
Yeah, what was the
much.
term then?
Sort of like reintroductions,
Yeah.
translocations, stuff like that was sort of more common practice.
Was that thinking more, because one of the things that we've all realised is that very targeted reintroductions without thinking about the ecosystem
Exactly.
obviously often isn't as effective.
Yeah.
And I guess it was more targeted
It
reintroductions.
was very targeted, and
Yeah.
yeah, I can't remember the statistic, but it was very low. Like the amount of those sorts of projects that actually would end in success
Yeah.
for various different reasons. But now obviously conservation is looking to the landscape scale and sort of restoring ecological function rather than just focusing on individual species. So yeah, which is what's happening here.
Yeah, and it is happening, isn't it?
It's happening.
It's
yeah.
rather wonderful how it's happening. What do you point out in the botany here?
In the
as you're
botany?
Yeah.
Yeah, so here obviously there's a lot of thistle and stuff, which we kind of term as like undesirable species. But interestingly, I was walking here earlier and you can see there's some yarrow coming up now.
Yeah.
This wouldn't have been part of this patch here, so when it was improved in farm terms, they would have seeded this with rye and clover.
Yeah.
So where this stuff's coming back,
Yes. It's an indicator, isn't it?
Yeah,
That things are actually starting to happen
exactly.
in a way that the succession is richer. There's more seeds from more plant species that are propagating.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this could have been helped by the pigs, because the pigs have spent a lot of time up here rooting.
They have. You can see the
Yeah.
rootling impacts all the way along.
And then that's sort of giving bare ground for these seeds to
Now,
germinate.
one of the favourite things that I like pointing out over
Yeah.
here is the sycamore coming through the bramble.
Yeah.
Because we've got this expression that thorn is the mother of oak,
Yeah.
but in this case it's the mother of sycamore,
Sycamore, yeah.
which is the same principle.
Uh-huh.
You know, that the thorn is giving cover and protection
Exactly.
to these young saplings. Now, I've just noticed something rather wonderful.
We've got the ponies.
The ponies are down there. Look at them.
They're they're staying out of the sun, aren't they?
They are hiding under this magnificent old oak, which is giving them shelter on this rather warm day.
It's lovely.
Butterfly species. What have we got
There
here?
we go. Oh, there we go. We've got a meadow brown there. Another
Two meadow
We
browns.
do get a lot of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a butterfly survey the other week and we recorded over 1,000 butterflies in one survey.
1,000 in one set. What's
Yeah.
that? What's that one? There's a little white one here. Nesta's really good at butterflies, but I'm.
Where's the little white
Well,
one?
it was just here.
It was a moth.
Was it a
a
moth?
day
Oh, it was
flying moth,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a day flying moth. Okay.
Yeah.
Did your 1,000 butterflies include moths, or was that just butterflies?
So we record day flying moths if we can identify them and if we see them,
Yeah.
but they're a lot more cryptic than butterflies.
Right.
So yeah, I mean it's nice to take those observations, but if we wanted to do proper moth
Yeah.
science, then you'd want the experts.
And this is because Jody is still volunteering here at Mapperton and taking part in the surveys, which are so important. And those surveys are all being fed into an online database, aren't they?
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah.
It's butterfly conservation, isn't it?
Yeah, so all of the surveys that we do, obviously we're going to be using here for our own research, and we've got Tom Brenton, the ecologist, that will likely be reviewing this data as well, but it also feeds into the national database, so that over across the UK we can see what's happening, and also butterflies are such a good indicator species for what's going on in the land, because they respond very quickly to environmental changes.
Right.
And it's quite an easy thing to survey.
So if we see from one year to the next either a large increase or decrease, then that is an indicator of things getting more or less healthy. And have you noticed any differences yet, would you say, or is it too early in the project?
Well, it's quite early, but this year I think everyone would agree that's been spending time on the project that there's been more butterflies here than anyone's seen. So there's obviously something's improved. There's more nectar and stuff for the butterflies, and probably more diverse plant species, because obviously a lot of butterflies have specific plants for their caterpillar stage. So I think the more generalist ones, they're butterflies, but they can be quite specific when they're in their caterpillar phase. So by having a diversity of plants here, then we're helping to support that diversity. And we're definitely seeing it. I mean, the weather's been a bit better this year than last year. Had all that wet, so it was a bad year for butterflies anyway. So there is that might impact,
might be skewing things, might be biasing it.
But over a long time, you should be able to see the trends.
Now you've got your clipboard here.
I've got my clipboard.
We'll come on to what this is in a moment. But this is how we record butterfly species. So that's your guide, isn't it? So but here, So
we just we have 10 points in a transect, and we just walk the transect and record what we see in
these
numbers.
Are your 10 points across here. Yeah. And these are your species down the bottom.
The species, yeah.
You haven't filled this one in because there was nothing.
No. So it's kind of hard to do it like that. So I do it on the back, see?
Ah, right. And then you fill it in after.
Little life hack.
Right.
Because otherwise, if you put in a number, you're going to keep rubbing it out. So it's easier to do a tally. And then
you're going to fill it in on the other side.
And then I fill it in on the other side.
Yeah. Brilliant. Now, if people come on a ranger's ramble here, they're not part of the surveying, but they do get to see an awful lot.
Exactly.
What would your pitch be as to why people should come and join you on one of these walks?
Wow, it's a lovely day out. You get to come out on this, get
to hang out with you.
Get to hang out with me on this project. And here it's just lovely. Like I always notice when I'm here is how you can't hear any human sounds when you're here. Like normally when you go anywhere, if you go really quiet, you can hear like a road somewhere or something like that. But here you can never hear a road. It's completely peaceful. There's so much going on. Obviously we've got the ponies, the pigs, and the cows, which are amazing. But then we have lots of birds, lots of yellowhammers. It's always something going on.
Have you seen any interesting raptors recently?
So we often see buzzards here. Saw a buzzard this morning. I've seen a hobby here.
But we don't seem to attract kites yet. I'm surprised by that. I mean, there have been kites seen up on the top from time to time, but I haven't seen any.
I haven't seen a kite here yet. No. But
and listen to that! Look, we've got a gushing stream.
I know. In this dry weather, it's so lovely.
In this dry weather, there's all this water going down the hill. I don't understand how the water gets uphill in a spring. Do you understand that? Something really clever is happening because it gets pushed up the hill, comes out of the spring,
some kind of
goes
science.
Down again. There's some science going on.
That's chemistry, isn't it? And
that's
we're biologists.
true. Biology, right? Okay. Well, I can't pretend to be anything. Jody, let's reveal this plate now. Jody brought this plate to me, and she was just so excited to show me. And I thought it was one of those little chocolate nests that you get at Easter. But it's not, is it?
It's not.
No.
I wouldn't recommend eating this.
No.
I've covered it in cling film because it keeps blowing everywhere.
Yeah.
But so last year we put up some owl boxes around the project.
Right. That's right, we did, didn't we?
Yeah.
In fact, we've got footage of that.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So we put those up, and then last week we were doing a bird survey actually, and then we just went to check one of the owl boxes, and so when you're looking at the owl box, you're looking to see if there's cobwebs over the
Right.
hole.
Right.
If there's not, there's obviously something
Coming in and
something
out.
coming in and out. So that was the first thing that we saw.
Yeah.
Was like, oh, there's no cobwebs. So then the next thing, we were looking around the base to look for pellets. So
Yeah.
owls, when they eat their prey, they'll eat it whole,
Right.
and then they will, like a few hours later, they'll regurgitate the bones and the fur and the
Right,
feathers,
right.
and it comes out in sort of like it's
Little
called
clump.
a pellet. It's like
Right.
a clump, like a brown clump. So yeah, we're looking around and we found 2.
Yeah.
And you can actually identify the species from what it looks like, so
Yeah.
from the shape and the size. It was
So what was it?
it was a barn owl.
It was a barn owl,
Yeah.
using our owl boxes.
Yeah.
That is just fantastic news,
It's
isn't it?
amazing.
That's so satisfying, because all the effort that goes into putting these things
Exactly.
up, locating them, hammering
Yeah.
them in. I know a bit about trying to do that. It's quite tricky. And then, of course, the barn owl decides that they want to come and visit Mapperton. We hope that you will come like the barn owl and visit Mapperton and come on one of Jody's Ranger Rambles. And if you don't do that and you come and stay in one of our cottages, you might encounter Jody as well, because she
Yeah.
oversees those as well. Anyway, Jody, brilliant. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I hope you're enjoying yourself at Mapperton.
I'm
Seems
loving
like you
it.
are.
It's
You are.
great. It's great.